Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with Prison Break. Last time on Prison Break, we had greatness achieved. Let me try to remember all the less important stuff before we get to the big one. Gretchen went to confront... There's a fly in my face. I'm trying to get it out of here. Jeez. Don't you hate those tiny flies that you just barely catch a glimpse of until it's right in your friggin' face? Ugh. This is why I hate the summer. Even though I was born in the summer, I hate the summer because it's hot and there are bugs everywhere. Winter all the way, man. Anyway, Gretchen went back to General Baldwin Sachs, who used his sacky charm to woo her back, and they may have boned, I'm not sure. There was a shot where he was putting his jacket back on, but we never saw him take it off, so I don't know if that was a thing, or if he just got hot for a few seconds, and then he was like, oh, I'm good now, I'll put my jacket back on. I want to believe the latter, because I find it stupid that she is just so overcome with his sacky delight, you know? Ugh. Anyway. Meanwhile, the gang was trying to dig into Scylla underneath Gate. Teabag was working on the police after the disappearance of Andrew, and he managed to get the police away by convincing his boss that Andrew had bogus sales that were in fact the bogus sales of James Whistler. James Whistler? It was Whistler, right? Yes, Whistler. Cole Pfeiffer. Yes. Wow, it's gotten to the point where I'm starting to forget his name. Man, that's crazy. Anyway. So yeah, it was Whistler. I can't believe I'm already forgetting. He was such a major character in Season 3 and I'm forgetting it. Man, that's crazy. Anyway, so the gang, they had to find a way to get through a pipe that had pretty much all of Los Angeles' water supply running through it. And they figured out a way. They shut off the water for a bit, and then they drilled holes, and then they were getting a pipe, but the pipe fell before they could get it between the two holes. So Bellic went in and put it in, but unfortunately that meant sacrificing himself. And yeah, Bellic, I mean, look, I like to be an optimist and say, oh, maybe the character's not dead, but I think that character's dead. I think he's going to be dead just off of the water hitting him and throwing him into whatever wall is first there. If he managed to get through that, he would then have to hold his breath for a long friggin' time before hopefully being dumped out into the sea. But even by then, yeah, I'm not positive that Bellic can survive that. I'm pretty sure Bellic is gone, so... But either way, he died a hero. He went out like a hero, so we will remember him that way. And not as... Well, I was going to say not as the asshole prison guard, but I mean, he is kind of an asshole. But more of, you asshole. Not as like, this asshole over here, you know? You know? Anyway, let's watch Prison Break. Here we go.
That ain't part of the deal.
You said if anything happened to us that we'd be returned to next of kin.
No, that's not exactly what I said.
Oh, that is exactly
what
you
said. No, it isn't
said.
exactly what I said, okay? And he needs to stay at John Doe until I say otherwise, okay? I'm dealing with enough stuff already, and I've had my ass...
Okay, so... So proper funeral has to wait.
He's got a mother, you know.
If you want Scylla, and I assume you still do, Brad Bellic's body goes home to his mother.
Oh, damn. Fucking Mahone laying down the law.
Friend, let me tell you something. If you ever put your hands on me again, I promise you, okay, there's gonna be 2 bodies in the fridge. But I need results.
Yeah, well, I need to see those missing pages. So
Man.
What's it gonna be?
Man, Don, quit threatening your own people. Quit threatening the wrong people, you know?
The company's moving Scylla to a bunker in Pennsylvania.
When?
Tomorrow.
You want to make sure to mention that? Like on the phone, like right away?
God, I'm stupid.
You know what? We got our pages.
She's playing an angle. She's good. She didn't give in to the sacky delight. I think. Or it's both. Or she enjoys the Saki delight, but she's also, you know?
He's responsible for the power transfer.
She's like Palpatine. She's playing both sides of it.
Kept a badge from the police benefit.
Aw.
When he was a CO in Fox River, he failed the test to get into the academy 5 times.
He was only police guard.
This is a map of the company.
But we're never gonna figure this blueprint out if we can't find the person who drew it.
Oh, Whistler didn't even do it.
We need David Baker.
Interesting. And that's the guy that Sax was talking about, right?
Don't mention any of our friends.
I checked. No Schofield, no Burroughs, no Whistler.
Whistler, yeah.
Whistler.
Wait, you shouldn't know that
How do you
name.
know that name?
I don't remember. Why? What's the big deal? Who is he?
Who was he?
Nobody.
Huh. Oh. Oh no. No, he's having a Walter White moment. That's not good. It's never good to have a Walter White moment.
Today around noon, I really need you to step in for Andrew Blounder. Host an intro. New franchises
Oh,
from
no.
Idaho. We gotta knock them out. I'd like to see some of that Cole Pfeiffer magic.
What you're gonna get?
Abracadabra.
What you're gonna get is an Alabama silver tongue.
Okay, have you ever heard of noodling?
I don't believe so.
Well, then what kind of hillbilly are you, really? I'll explain it to you. Noodling is when a foolhardy bastard swims to the bottom of a muddy riverbed and he sticks his hand down into the deepest, darkest hole. He's looking for a prize catfish. Now, sometimes the catfish does live there, and the noodler pulls it out with his bare hand and he drags it ashore. But sometimes he reaches in that hole and he finds a snapping turtle. Sand cleaned off.
Schofield's a noodler.
He gets a turtle? Well, not our hand.
Oh, okay then.
All right. Where's Pretty and the Fat Man?
Bellic's dead. Make a joke about it, and I'll rip your tongue out. Let's go, Link.
He wasn't expecting that.
Bother you, but I'm in.
Back when we were in prison in Panama,
Oh, something that
T-Mac
happened.
went crazy. He went nuts.
What happened?
He lit Zone on fire.
No.
Told everyone to run. They can't shoot us all, he said. It was a stampede, bro. I was down getting trapped.
That's what happened to Sona.
Up, I couldn't breathe. I thought I was gonna die, but then something pulled me back on my feet. It was Bellic.
Ah. Yeah, that's why he would trust him so much this
He
season.
saved my life.
I don't know, I think I stepped on something.
Don't move.
What's going on, Link?
Is that a landmine? Oh, maybe it's a...
Some kind of explosive.
Okay, yeah, it's a landmine.
Shouldn't I be dead?
That's an old school landmine. You know who you need for this? The engineer.
You heard of Fox River? Maybe we could talk about it over dinner. I got a gift card to the Red Lobster over off the interstate.
Did he ever use that gift card to Red Lobster? I hope so.
Bellic.
A lot of things have changed since Fox River.
Yeah. Alright, it's time for the morning episode.
You know you can't control this, yeah?
It's funny, I was just about to tell you the same thing.
Meh.
Should only take a few minutes. You ready?
I'm ready.
Man, speaking of a Walter White moment. I mean, tumors, man. His is in his brain. Walt's was in his lungs.
Harvey Hall. The pathway to personal freedom.
Oh my god, he's
Buy
struggling.
this nonsense.
Now, don't make a scene. There's glass windows. I like that Gretchen was kind of helping Teabag.
Gate. I'm gonna tell you a better story about captivity than the regular old spiel.
Okay.
Years back, I was providing volunteer leadership in a local penitentiary. I worked with the head guard, a big, burly bull named Brad.
Okay.
What about you? He said, oh, yeah, I'm gonna be free someday when I retire.
Okay.
I recently got the news that he had passed away. And where was he? Still in that prison. Still in the captivity of negativity.
Yeah.
Sorry, folks.
Is he actually crying over Bellic?
Oh, Brad.
He's actually crying over Bellic. I love that.
As my pappy used to say, stand by your glasses steady and drink to your comrade's eyes. Here's a toast to the dead already, and hurrah for the next to die.
All right, good speech.
Your test results, so I told the triage nurse that I was your wife.
Aw.
That's a nice ring.
Aw.
We lost a good man yesterday trying to stop them. They hurt a lot of people, David.
What if she's...
Look, I stay out of the politics. It was a job. I specialized in security engineering.
I think she's the one in the politics.
So I took it.
Told you what it was, didn't they? They told you what it was, and now you wish that you'd never helped them, but you're trapped. You're trapped like I was.
You talk like it's all in the present.
It is!
Oh no. They're coming.
Where's your husband?
He went to run some errands. He should be right back.
It's this car in a driveway, isn't it?
Just a moment. I'll go call him on his cell. Excuse me.
Okay, well, maybe she's not in. I thought she might be in on it. I guess I was wrong.
These look a lot like JZ-33 anti-personnel blast mines.
I was gonna say, war veteran here.
The move.
Call your brother, please!
You stay here.
Fine.
Yeah, take a look around, make sure there's no other traps.
Let's go.
Maybe they're not here for you. You don't know.
Sir, I know who you are. And I'm not going to turn you in. My concern
Okay, so...
is what's going on with your health. They aren't here for you. And I'm telling you, in your condition...
Thank you, Doctor. I appreciate your help.
Please do call us.
Okay, so A, he was smart enough to figure it out, and B, he is at least concerned.
Can I help you?
Yes.
What do you mean?
Today, I was working with Bagwell. He's been compliant as hell. I thought that I would make him happy. He wanted to talk about Gretchen Morgan.
Right, and what happened?
And I slipped up.
Oh, is she in on it?
It will never work. You won't get past the first wall.
What about the first wall? What's gonna stop me, huh? The minefield?
Ah, bring the guy who designed all of this.
We've got him. Sweep the area.
Oh. He was doing that because he had a communicator. For a second, I swear to God, I thought they 4-kids that instead of, like, they erased his gun. But no, he's just... It's okay. Woo, that was funny.
There's a dirt road at the bottom of the hill. It'll take you out.
Your husband.
Just go. He won't help you. That will.
Oh. Well, thank you. Alright, but now we're working against him.
Call him again.
And I'm not gonna let a giant pack of firecrackers stand in our way. Or would you like me to call the bomb squad? Look, I am offering to do you a massive favor here.
I mean...
If that thing blows while I'm pulling the pin, he loses a leg. I lose a face.
You might as well, and yeah.
Don't worry, Fernando.
It says, manual override only. All conventional attempts to dismantle the JZ-33 will activate the cell alarms. This isn't just a landmine.
This is an alarm system.
This is an alarm.
Oh no. And she's working on it. Alright, Mahone's gotta get down there as fast as he can.
What are you doing?
People just walk into his office at any point.
It'll cut the power long enough for you to step off without removing the pin.
How do you know for sure?
I found David Baker.
Alright, come on. Unless we're losing a third guy here. Go!
Sucre, step off.
Do it!
You can do it. You only have 20 seconds. Come on.
Just step off!
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Just drag him off!
Step off right now.
I mean... Just someone go push him off! Woo!
What's behind this wall?
Scylla.
This is it. This is the last wall. Ah! Whoa. Turned to X-Men all of a sudden. From the looks of it, it has an Xbox Series X there.
You know what Gretchen did for Sucre made me realize we could use her. I asked her for the 6th key.
What'd she say?
She's on it.
Okay. Aww. He was a bastard.
This is Fernando Sucre.
But he was our bastard. Why does he always do it on the other side?
Hello? Hello?
Okay.
Now they know.
As we've all learned the hard way, there's an electronic alarm barrier around the perimeter of the Foundation. Unfortunately, that is Scylla's most primitive line of defense.
Oh, jeez.
The wall and microphonic sensors here and here that will alert company security to the presence of any breathing human being that weighs more than 2 pounds.
Jeez.
Without touching it. In silence.
It's complicated, but I'm already working on something.
I believe that's Mission Impossible, you know, when you go down on the thing.
Brad didn't die in vain. We can make this work.
Yeah.
Things have changed. It's been growing, which is why you've been experiencing your symptoms. And the doctor feels that you need surgery.
2 days. That's what I need.
Tomorrow. Otherwise, you could die, and there's no alternative.
Tomorrow. Oh, boy. Is that it? Yep. Oh. 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 Of course it lines up. It lines up with Scylla. They have to get Scylla. Michael has to go in for surgery. Alrighty. Episode 10. Well, you know, again, it's one of those, I don't know where we're going this season, because Scylla will be moved tomorrow. Michael has to get surgery tomorrow. They have to get Scylla tomorrow. They have to get Scylla without Michael tomorrow. They also have to get the 6th card. But all of this has to happen in very fast succession. This all happens in a very limited amount of time. And there's, what, 12 episodes left in this season? Something like that? Yeah, 12 episodes left in the season, so I don't know. I mean, I guess it could just be that this first half is Scylla. But what is the second half? Dealing with whatever Scylla is, you know? Alrighty, so first thing I wrote down, proper funeral. So I guess when Don said, like, oh, you'll all get proper funerals, What he meant was, I'll give you a funeral. It doesn't mean you're going to get your funeral. And that doesn't mean that your family will get your funeral, you know? So I guess there's that. There is that. Yeah, so when he said that Roland, what was it? His face got reconfigured or something, and he was buried. That means they just probably buried him somewhere in Los Angeles. I mean, we don't know if he had any next of kin, but they ain't fighting for Roland's funeral. Poor Roland. That does kind of suck. He was just buried somewhere, you know? But Bellic will get a proper funeral. And he is being sent. And, you know, at first I was wondering, like, with Sucre calling his mother, is like, is she going to even know who you are? But she did go and get Bellic and Sucre once they got past the border, once they got back into the States, so yeah, he will have a proper funeral, and they gave him the badge. He was a cop, and it's an interesting thing to think about, especially, I mean, between that and Teabag's speech about him too, you know, and Teabag kind of getting choked up about it, but you know, it's such a strange thing, because it's like, oh yes, he was a good man and a police officer, and it's like, well, he was kind of a shit. He was kind of a shit, and he treated people like shit in Fox River, but he got better. I guess he got better. I mean, it could be, you know, it's one of those things of like, you know, I don't know. I mean, maybe at his core, he was a good man. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it, because yeah, you do have to think about, well, season 1 and even season 2, you know, Bellic doesn't really get humbled until season 3, you know. Season 1 and season 2, I mean, he's kind of a bastard, you know. It would be the same thing of like if Teabag died, and they were like, well, that Teabag, you know, he was a bastard, but man, but it'd be like, well, but Teabag, granted, Teabag is a lot worse than Bellic, because I mean, Bellic was just an asshole. Teabag is, you know, a serial killer and a pedophile and a rapist and everything else, and so, and terrible at improvisation, I guess. I don't know how that speech helped with this presentation, but I don't know. You know, it's one of those things where it's like, well, Bellic was an asshole at Fox River, yes. But if that's the worst of his sins, I suppose, then you know what? He was alright, you know? Again, if you compare to people like Teabag or John Abruzzi or, you know, anyone, it's like, it's kind of like that. Or even, you know, and it's sort of the same thing with Roland of like, well, here's just a kid who was just trying to, you know, get some cash, you know? Like, you do kind of feel bad when he dies. And there was more with Bellic. I don't know. It's a difficult thing. I hope that makes sense. Is that it's a difficult thing of like, well, we can't just say like, oh, he was a good man through and through. And it's like, well, he was an asshole. But he was our asshole, you know? I don't know. It's sort of like, you know, with Sucre, it's like, well, Sucre, he committed a crime. That's why he was in Fox River, you know? And it's like, well, yeah, but it wasn't that serious of a crime. Like, it wasn't that serious of a crime, and through, he is a good man. Like, we have seen through and through he is a good man. You know? I don't know. But yeah, good send-off for Bellic. So, character we've had since season 1. Let's see what else we got. We got Gretchen playing sides. So, okay, I think I did say this. But I just didn't, like, fully go with this, is that Gretchen is still playing sides, you know? And she is still playing, like, she's on her side. She's not on anybody else's side, you know? But she's playing the general, you know, where he's thinking, oh, I'm tricking her with my, you know, sacky delight. She's, you know, getting them terrifying yet gorgeous eyes and using that to mess with him. And then she's, you know, messing with them, but she has her goal. Get Scylla, screw over the company, sell it to the Chinese, make bank, you know? She'll probably screw over Teabag, you know? Teabag is kind of her only ally during all of this, but she's probably going to screw him over too, you know? Or maybe not, I don't know. She may just give him, like, if she succeeds in her entire plan, she would probably be like, well, whatever, it's just a bit of money. It's not that large of a cut, so just give that to him and be gone, you know? I don't know. But yeah, but Gretchen is definitely playing sides. And again, I think I hinted at that last episode, but I was just more taken aback by the whole, you know, my girl thing. It was like, get your friggin' sacky delight out of here, you know? Anyway. And Gretchen did prove herself a bit with the whole thing of the explosive, going to try to disable it. So there was that. She was risking, you know, her own life in doing that. And so, yeah, I like the Link's like, well, I don't like her, but you're right, we can use her. So she's going to go after the General's card. So, because they need that. They still need the 6th card, and then they can fully take Scylla, you know? So yeah, so that was at least good. We had David Baker with the designs and everything, and Mahone getting the legend. Now, David Baker, who is now going to be used by the company, so they gotta really work on that. Now he's... I kind of like that, though, that it didn't play out the way you'd think, like, oh, you know, you did something bad, you're trying to make up for it and stuff, but hey, you know, you can help me and we can do this, we can take them down. It's like, but he is completely divorcing himself from all of that. But now the company is bringing him back in, so now we have to deal with this dude, you know? We have to deal with this dude instead. So yeah, so that was good, but the wife did give Mahone the legend, so now they can start figuring things out, which was good. Let's see, we've got everything with Trish Ann. So she is an agent. I would not have suspected that. Trish Ann was an agent. And okay, so she was an agent placed in there by Don. Presumably just, you know, he was expecting just Colt Pfeiffer, but instead got, you know, Theodore Bagwell. So yeah, and she screwed up by accidentally mentioning Whistler. So yeah, now Teabag knows who she works with. So there's that. Let's see. Then there was everything with the landmine, which was interesting. And yeah, that is such an interesting thing to just have landmines, you know, outside the wall of Scylla. Like, okay, interesting, but it's not just a landmine, it's a landmine and an alarm too. So that was really, really interesting and clever. And I like how Michael says, you know, that was the most primitive thing they have there, you know? Everything else is way higher tech. And yeah, so now there's the silent, so we somehow have to not touch anything. We have to not touch anything and be silent as the grave in order to get this. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, is that not the thing in Mission Impossible when Tom Cruise, and this is the first Mission Impossible movie, where Tom Cruise, you know, comes down the thing and he's he's all spread out, and you gotta, you know, take the thing. That's it. That's literally it. It's Mission Impossible. So I wouldn't really be shocked if this was an homage to that, you know? And that's really interesting. And the thing is, you know, in Mission Impossible, the whole thing is like, well, you know, we'll have you descend and then you get it, but you got to be really careful, and then we'll bring you back up and stuff. But this is Prison Break, and on Prison Break, they MacGyver things left and right. You know, it's like when they come up with a scheme on Breaking Bad, you know? So I am very curious as to what is going to be, what they're going to be doing for this, you know? So, yeah, really interesting stuff. And then there was the whole thing with the tumor, Michael going in, and I like how the doctor did figure out who he was, but he was only concerned with his health, you know? So yeah, so I like that, but the whole thing is, you know, it sounds like at the very least, this is operable. You can, you know, Michael can be saved where his mother wasn't, and, you know, he can get this surgery. The problem is, this surgery lines up right with taking Scylla, you know? So, very difficult, very, very poor timing. And yeah, the problem is that it's growing now. So, yeah, you gotta get it out of there, or else, yeah, Michael will die. So, I don't know. I'm thinking what they're going to do. I mean, if I were to guess what they were going to do is they're going to basically move up the plan. It's like, we have to do this now, basically. And they're going to get it. And once they get it and they get out of there, it's like, okay, you know, Link, Mahone, Don, Gretchen, you guys go. I have to go get this. Like, he's going, like, you know, 5 seconds before he's about to, you know, he's scheduled to go under or something. He gets there, you know. That's my guess, but I don't know. We'll have to see. We will definitely have to see, but I'm very curious as to where we're going. And yeah, I think next episode is the midway point of the season, so I'm very curious as to pretty much what all we're going to be getting, you know? So yeah, but that is basically it. With all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around to any of those. There's a playlist for all of my Prison Break reactions, as well as another video you can go click on if you want. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.